And we're back live. Welcome back, everybody, to Gods versus Eldritch Horrors, where every week, unbelievable, every week I roll a nat 1 for the technical issues of this of this campaign. There's always something. The Far Realm is never far away from interfering in our everyday lives. To try and attempt us to go mad. So, for those of you who have never watched this campaign before, the premise here is that we're playing a D&D 2024 campaign sprinkled with spicy homebrew feats and a post-20 progression curve where all the players in the party are playing demigods, except one in this case today that is playing a mythic creature. And yes, we are colliding the Call of Cthulhu vibes, the Far Realm, the lore of the Far Realm, as this party of demigods, and their babysitter, which is the mythic creature Kuritos. All of them have this curiosity about the Far Realm that keeps boomeranging back with interest, to them, and yes, even this interest is even paid, I should say, by bystanders across the timelines where they step into. Their actions have created so many ripples that ripples now have teeth across the multiverse, and they had to their mess with timelines and going back in time created such a paradox that the god of time, Chronepsis himself, had to intervene in order to contain the entropy created by these creatures' actions. It then gave them an option to they could end right there their existence in that point, or they could be sent back 8,000 years into the past and make sure that they were never born, so that they could potentially save the lives of all those bystanders that had nothing to do with all the shenanigans they were causing in this timeline. And they decided to, of course, as good gods that they are, good demigods that they are, they decided to head back to 8,000 years into the past. So that's pretty much what we're handling here today, and we are in the very final arc of this campaign. But before I go any further, let's meet tonight's party. We have Lumpa, our goddess of blade singers. She is like Serenity with a stabby setting. She can be somewhat bipolar at times. Lumpa, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Hello, everyone. Well, I'm feeling okay, except a bit offended by that guy in the market, and I'm very pissed off, I must say, and I just want to deal with him in my own way. But I'm not gonna say it because it's not gonna happen, because that's bad. So I'll keep calm.
Very well.
And deal with it in a diplomatic way instead. I guess, I don't know. We'll see what comes out.
You're probably just gonna flip a coin, right? Whatever way it goes.
Might be better.
Yes, and then we have Ixtihu, our feathered herald of wild magic. Occasionally, he becomes a mammoth, and sometimes he can even be a very difficult equation to understand. Ixtihu, say hello to our audience and tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Ixtihu is still not quite sane enough to really understand exactly what's going on here, because his mind is a bit fragmented at the moment. But he's got things to hit, and that makes him feel kind of good. So he's in a good spot, relatively speaking, at the moment, all things considered.
It's a very user-friendly setting to always have something to hit in D&D. He makes the problem so much easier. Uh, and very well. And then we have Markle, our iron-willed purifier. Well, he should probably read in his armor, do not touch, do not bother, as he's always, he seems to always be on a side quest with himself, trying to keep himself in his morals and his principles sane across this entire campaign has been quite a challenge to him. Marco, say hello to our audience and tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
He's getting real tired of all this bullshit. You know, he tried being nice, and then it's like, oh, guys has demons. Okay. Well, and then a bunch of, horrors or something. He's just like, all right, diplomacy over. It's time for the big stick.
Very well, very well. And that's very well. That's I should say that's not humble at all out of you. And and then we have Kiritos, our new time babysitter, a mythic platinum dragonborn champion of Chronapsis and Bahamut at the same time. He's not a demigod, but he's kind of a timeline auditor, who is here to make sure the other three fall in line, and but he can't be too much interventionist, but he somehow has to guarantee their success. Good luck, Kiritos. Say hello to our audience and tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Well, I was feeling good. I got a drink in a few minutes. Honestly, they're a handful, but I have faith in them. At least they haven't cast high-tier magic yet, and they've only used their words. But the day and time is still young, and we have some time to burn, literally.
Yes, indeed. I would say that the day is indeed just starting for you guys, although for everybody else in this place is ending as it's dusk. But yes, it seems that all of you have been incredibly unlucky in this encounter, as you had just dropped 8,000 years into the past, into the middle of this, shall we say, in the middle of this nothing village, a village forgotten by time. When Chronapsis hurled our three heroes into this place, it seems to be the material plane. Their sundial of the last hour, which is kind of a doomsday clock, but it's a sundial, was ticking at 8 minutes to midnight. And since they arrived, it's already at 7 minutes to midnight. If it arrives at midnight, that means they failed their mission. And 8,000 years into the future, they are going to destroy this entire timeline with everybody who ever lived in it. Well, they landed, and this is a village that is hungry, that is frightened. It was at dusk time, and there was this hooded creature, this hooded preach, which some here refer as the Doomcaller. And his philosophy, to make it quite simple, is there is no afterlife, so party now. And and he is flanked by two assistants, which are actually Succubi, in disguise. And there is and he's also protected by this unseen barrier that keeps shrugging off the attacks from the members of our party, including the Mamutsi Q attacks. And yes, there is this blood red portal that opened in the last session, and it spat out a few star-like aberrations. They have spore-like auras that and they have pulsing eye tendrils that grapple you, and they can also spell burst, cone of cold, and ice storm, and similar effects. They seem to be threatening the townsfolk, and our demigods seem to be standing in the middle of that, but not in the middle of the chaos and confusion and all the commotion. The preach keeps preaching to the people that you guys are actually the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Your arrival is the sign that the end is nigh. And well, Money Marco got grabbed twice. He had to throw a divine negation out there just to prevent some bystanders from being caught in the middle of the fight, to be caught by the powers of these creatures. He was throwing temp HP like he was giving, well, like he was giving some change to the poor, and he was trying to stabilize the scrum with these creatures. Then Lupa, of course, as usual, kicked up a blade song in a haste, putting her AC in an absurd 35, and throwing booming blade and green flame blade through the chaos as they try to fight the creatures that are coming out of this portal and seem to want to consume everything around. While they were in the middle of this fight, these Doomcallers try to subtly feeble-mind Lumpa. He wasn't successful, but he did manage to bank an ill fortune dice against both her and Ixtihul, which he can use at any point to turn one of Lumpa's rolls of D20 into a 2, and for Ixtihul, who wild-shaped into a mammoth and attacked the priest, or the preacher, he is now carrying a 4 that could turn any of his next D20s could become a 4 when the Doomcaller decides. And then we have Kiritos, the platinum babysitter parachuting into the middle of this. He flashed a paladin-like aura, and he preventing fear on his watch. He also popped a haste spell. He has some sort of device that apparently serves like a compass or a lantern relic. And he was teleporting between strikes and unleashing his astral fury to peel the aberrations of the villagers, and burning reactions to grant resistance when necessary. And the crowd was scattering really fast. They were jumping through windows, through doors, quite literally. And yes, it seems that the collateral risk is spiking with the sundial hand of the clocks leading to 7 minutes to midnight. And after you guys rescue, and the optics of the situation start to get worse for you, the Doomcaller kept preaching, and he stayed there in the middle of the on top of the fountain. Preaching against you guys. His shield at ready. His shield they spell, not an actual physical shield. Preaching into minds and trying to turn every one of these poor villagers and their public opinion against you. And yes, it seems that townsfolk in here are following this preacher for what you've learned, because they are hungry, and the Doomscaller is giving them food and pleasure, I guess, or stimulating them to find pleasure because the end is near. And now with these aberrations coming and you guys arriving as the foreigners, you start to notice that most of the people here don't really like you. They were spitting on the ground and telling you to get out, and no wonder they protect the person who is giving them feeding them, and that can be a difficult place to be on your side. You don't quite know exactly what you were doing here, but so far you have been able to assess that this has something to do with your sundial of the last hour, because it moved the needle. It moved the needle to the worst possible direction. And on that note, let me bring you guys back to the streets of this village, which you don't even know the name, where this prophet keeps telling everybody and pointing to you and saying, "See, I told you so. I told you. These strange creatures would come. These strange creatures would come for you, and then the end would be near." So we have 3 of these things right now in the field. These star-shaped like creatures. They have like five wings, tentacles coming out of both ends of their body. They seem to be very, very anatomically strange. Although for some of you have seen stranger eldritch creatures. Well, we have right now Money Markle grappled by one of the grappled and restrained by one of these creatures. We have Kirithos, who is concentrating on his haste, flying 15 feet up in the air with another creature, and he's also grappled, restrained, and then we have Lumpa, who is also focusing on, also concentrating on the haste, and she caught something, some sort of curse from these creatures. It seems that these creatures can deal some sort of poison or disease with the spores of them, and Lumpa is yet to discover what is happening. And well, on that note, we have Ixtihul, who is a mammoth and also got some of this curse or disease from the spores that these creatures are releasing. And yes, the more you beat up these creatures, the bigger the spore cloud becomes around them. And you can see those green areas are the spore clouds of the creatures, while the yellow area is the nice aura of Money Markle. And on that note, I think I covered everything. And we have the Doom Scholar there to the south, and the people are still running every turn. And just a side note for our audience, usually we have our talking little mouths avatars that so you know who is talking. Unfortunately today that API was not working, and we're going back to the old ways of doing it. We're going old school now, and with the pictures of Roll20, and you will see there's a if you want to know who is who, you also have a clue by the colors of the tokens, who is who and who is talking. And on that note, let me tell you, we were back at the top of the initiative, and with Lumpa, and where is the initiative? There you go. Very well. And Lumpa, as usual, guys, I'm going to give you a few minutes to figure this out. It seems your actions here have definitely impacted the sundial, as noted by Money Markle. And not in the good direction. It seems that this preacher continues to preach, and he's not afraid of you. Mamutsikyu is right on top of him. And trying to hit the guy, but it seems quite hard to do so. So let me give you a few moments to figure out what is that you want to do here, and that is this nice and shiny and very fit dragonborn helping you. You guys can sense that he has an aura much like yours, a mythic aura. And he can sense the divinity in you. However, even with that, even knowing that, you didn't really have too much time to talk. So let me give you guys a few minutes to strategize.
Well, if I recall, this thing does nat 20 on us without even needing to roll, I believe, right? Because we took a critical hit last time, Legend?
Yes, you feel these creatures were analyzing you throughout the fight, and the more they analyze you with their strange eyes, the more it seems they can hit you harder, to put this way. And that easiness to crit against you seems to be increasing as the longer you stand around these creatures.
Well, I know for me, guys, since every time I finish an attack, I can teleport 30 feet away. I might just hit and run this creature so I'm not within that aura, because I don't want to risk.
Right. Yeah.
You could probably hit and run.
Yeah. I'll do the same.
And I have the same like teleport after an attack or magical ability thing that Kratos does. So, although I'm not currently in that particular part of the battlefield,
Yeah.
so I think I'm just gonna keep wailing on Doomcaller here.
Doesn't
See
he
if
have like a
damage
high
hits.
AC, if I recall?
He's got some kind of magical defenses. I don't remember the details.
I don't know, but I thought he had like his AC was like 25 or 30 last time.
I think so. And also he's got like a magical barrier that helps
only other-
against like spells and such.
The only thing I would say to be worried about is I'm going to try to teleport myself in the air, so when I go 30 feet, I'm going to try to go like even higher in the air, because I know that these things don't care about the civilians, and this will cause casualties. I'm hoping you guys are thinking about the civilians.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, for
yeah.
sure.
I mean,
That was definitely
Totally.
on their minds. Yes, of course. Why would they?
totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
As a mentally unstable mammoth, the civilians are foremost on my mind.
Oh my gosh, I can't roleplay this to you right now, so I know as a player, I'm at the mercy. Oh gosh.
Van Barkel cares. For now.
Yeah.
Well, that's reassuring. That's easy, actually. I don't know how you guys are going to take care of the other two, but I know hit and run, I could do that to each one of them as a way to like avoid being in this radius, because I know this thing's probably going to crit me every time.
Well,
Okay.
you are currently grappled.
Oh yeah, but when I teleport, I know that'll help me get out of its grapple, since I have boon of the dimension travel.
Very well. Very well. Okay. So do you guys have let me put the image of this creature there.
Does
Look
that
look how
third one
pretty.
close to Manny Marco not have an aura yet, or?
And the one close to Manny Marco.
Yeah.
Doesn't have an aura yet. It didn't get a lot. The cloud of spores around these creatures seem to have happened because you guys were hitting it. Since the
see.
more you hit, the more the cloud of spores spreads around.
Are these quick question? I don't know if you've mentioned it before or no, or has no relevance. But I see you call them thing. Is there any link between this thing and these things and the thing magic?
I don't know. I guess if you had some knowledge of further knowledge of the forum, perhaps if you had made different life choices, let me put it this way, you would be in a position of roll an Arcana check to discover that.
And I can't now? Why not?
Well, the knowledge of far realm anatomy, unfortunately, is way beyond your all the things you have read and learned throughout your life experiences and your career as a wizard. So even if you roll, I can't call for an Arcana check because even if you roll a nat 20, you wouldn't know that. It's too niche of a knowledge.
I actually have a question about that. Since I've done a lot of damage at force damage and a lot of punches, do I see any indications of it taking damage or regenerating from it?
You don't have any. I mean, the indication that it's taking damage is that the harder you guys hit these creatures, the bigger the spore cloud becomes. It doesn't seem to be regenerating. At least you haven't noticed yet. With your passive perception, you haven't noticed any signs of regeneration.
26 doesn't see anything.
No. You didn't see any signs of regeneration, and so far, but the anatomy of these creatures is so strange because they have this outer layer. They're a sort of a ridged barrel shaped object. They have these horizontal arms, if I can put this way, that are radiating this spores from a central ring, and there are these vertical knobs around and these bulbs around that are it's as if it had two heads, one on each side of the barrel, and in each of these knobs on the sides is sort of a 5 foot long flat plate that prevents that every time you hit, you seem to be hitting a sort of an external armor, natural armor, rather than the creature. And then at the ends, there is this starfish-like face, if you can call it that, where each tentacle or each arm of the starfish has an eye on it, and there are tendrils coming out from the inside of this creature. Tendrils come from in between the side plates, the vertical side plates, and yeah, there are. And then you have the 5 wings. There are somehow look like arms coming from. There are 5 of them, and just like the 5 stars. So it's I should say the around an axis, the creature is perfectly symmetrical, but it for each one of the 5 sides. So it's a radial symmetry, but it's still quite symmetrical in terms of its anatomy.
Okay.
I did my best to explain how H.P. Lovecraft create this mess of an anatomy. Very well. And you can see in the chat as well the pictures of what I'm trying to describe in words. Very well. But you can't tell exactly. You can tell that they're not. At least they don't look like regenerating. You can tell how bad they're wounded. The only clue you have is the cloud of spores increasing. All right.
But I perceive I have an effect that my force punches are doing something.
They are definitely doing something. Yes, they're definitely doing something. Yeah, you had a question?
Oh no, that means you just
Lumpa?
answered my question.
I heard Lumba, you have a question?
No, but if you ask me, I might. Maybe I didn't get it well, but the more we hit, does the radius of those spores become bigger?
Yes, that's exactly what is happening. Yeah.
Amazing.
And you don't know what they are doing yet, but it seems that they may have affected you and Mamux to you. But you can't
he
tell.
was in the area.
Yes, before he teleported.
Right.
So
he's still affected now that he moved out.
You can't really tell visually. But yeah, above the table, yes, he's still might be suffering the effect of this. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, it's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready, guys?
You ready?
Yeah,
Or-
I'm just gonna hit and run. That's what I'm gonna do right now.
Okay. Well, I think I'll play real simple at the beginning. I was gonna do a still wind strike, but then I don't really want to activate the other one because I see that all the 3 things are coming after us. So I'll give everyone space to, I don't know, run or whatever. So what I'll do are so I have Blade Song active, beautiful haste as well. So I will 3 times attack with my humming longsword, booming blade. Sorry, booming blade.
Very well.
With the longsword. So
And booming blade.
yes,
Very well.
I clicked on that and it didn't work. I wonder why. It's not letting me roll. Strange.
So yeah, beyond 20
I-
maybe getting a bit tricky with because they've done too many changes to D&D Beyond, but
It's not letting me roll.
it's not letting you click on the attack.
Oh,
Wait,
that was
I
from yesterday.
managed. I managed right click and then roll the die. Okay, does it 28 hit?
A 28 will hit, yes, of course.
Okay, so that will be again. So that will be for a 29 damage.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta do this every time. It's a bit annoying. There's a 35 hit. Yeah, I guess it
Yeah.
does. That is for another 26.
Very well. And you have to roll manually the booming blade as well, unfortunately.
That's fine.
If it's not included there. Yeah,
Another
I think it's not included.
35 for an extra 32 crit. Does it still have life?
Describe your last attack to us.
Oh, okay. Oh. Aw. Well, wait. Does he get any? Yeah, he gets a 3d8 every time.
Yes.
So if I would have done like the first
But you
2, including the booming blade, could have I been left with 1 more for another thing?
We are playing 2024 rules, so you can only cast, although you are playing a blade singer. So yeah, you can use it 3 times, and they don't have a 2024 blade singer yet. So
Wait,
so yeah,
so-
roll 98.
98.
Yeah, for your booming blade.
But what
no,
I
it's
what I
not
what I
98.
meant-
Sorry, my bad. 12d8, 48 per. No, 3d8 per attack. 48 for 12d8 is for what remains as a damage after. But anyway, describe your attack.
Yeah, but so I can't attack another one. I meant. Like if
you
that
can
one
attack
dies
another
with
one,
all
but the
this
reason
full
why I'm
of-
asking you to describe the attack is because you likely defeated the creature.
No, I understand, but then I won't be able to defeat another one if I already did. If you see what I mean.
The third one is the one I'm asking you to describe. The third attack. Which means the
Okay,
third
I'm still
attack
not
is the
making
one
sense.
Just
Yeah,
describe
but
your attack.
if I attack 1 time with my humming longsword, okay? So for example, I give the first damage 29, and then I hit with booming blade because it's together, right?
Yes.
And then I hit again for a 26, and then booming blade. Maybe
Okay.
that could have been enough to kill him.
Okay, very
to-
well.
yeah.
Roll
If
your
he's-
booming blade then.
Okay, you see what
I
I mean?
understand
Okay.
what you meant. Yes, yes.
So
ahead.
I'll roll 68.
And
Such a bad roll
68.
for an extra
25.
25. So does 25 plus 26 plus 29 defeats him?
It would not. It would still go to the third attack.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, then
Very well.
what Lumpa does best, slashing left and right. She's very pissed
How
off.
does that last attack? You are 5 feet above the creature. How does that last attack hits the creature? What does it look like with your humming longsword that some might say has too much resemblance to a lightsaber?
Very gracefully splitting it into two.
Splitting into two. Okay. Very well.
Yeah.
As you hit that creature that has 5 sides, and apparently you were offended by its 5-sided symmetry, and you decided to turn into a double-sided symmetry. You slice, and as you slice its body, the cloud of spores around the creature just bursts, and the creature just falls to the ground, splits around. All his intern parts are very, very strange, has tendrils everywhere. You don't understand how this anatomy makes any sense to you, but it bursts in a cloud of spores. And on that note, I'm gonna ask you to roll a Constitution save, DC 20 for me, Lumpa.
Oh. Okay. Let's do this. Whew! A 35. I was scared for this one.
Very well. That is actually gonna hit you as well, Manny Marco, because the cloud of spores has a 20-foot radius burst. So yeah, it's gonna catch you as well. So please roll a DC 20 con saving throw for me.
Ooh. 32.
Excellent. Very well. And with that, the creature falls to the ground, and it seems, look at that, it seems that the cloud of spores, I'm gonna leave the cloud of spores there. It's still very much in the air, and will remain in the air for another round. But it seems that you've managed to take one of those creatures down, Lumpa. Good for you. What else would you like to do?
Is it really good for you, or was that ironic?
Both.
It's open to interpretation.
I choose to believe it's both.
How's that clock looking? Still the same? Not moving?
Yeah, it's still the same. Still the same. But quite frankly, Manny Marco doesn't have the time now to just hold the sundial up to see. He's a bit busy with tendrils wrapped around his face and his whole body.
Is it only him that has one? Don't we all have one?
Yeah, each one of you has one, but he's the one who pulled out his sundial to see what had happened.
Wait, I don't have one, right? Just because I'm not a criminal? You
don't have one. You have a different thing, yes.
Okay.
I keep remember that you are the odd one out of these 4 creatures. You're the babysitter.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I think I already said that, but Blade Song is active already. That would be the end of my turn, yeah.
Can I use my legendary action?
No, sorry, I need to leave. I'll try to where do I want to go?
Oh, and Lumpa, you gotta roll another DC 20 because you were in the spore clouds of the other creature that is fighting Karitos. So you have one more to roll for me at the end of this turn.
Why?
Because you were in the spore clouds of the second creature. This one.
Yeah, so I need to roll another con save?
Yeah, another con save DC 20, yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. 27.
Very well. So, and then you run towards Mamux to heal.
Oh, and can I also interact with that guy a little bit and tell him, show your face?
Very well. Is that what you want to say?
Yeah.
Very well.
Why don't you show your face?
Well, the priest seems to be quite amused by your actions, or I should say, if you could tell it, you can't really see his face, and he says, "Ah, children, behold the veil's vomit forth its truth before your very eyes. These fiends, they come, shambling, shrieking, reading with hunger that no mortal tongue dares to name. And look at that. Did I not tell you? Did I not warn you? And you still doubted me. And for those of you out there who still do, and you clung to the lies of the priests and the nobles, now the truth claws at the stones of your streets. Look."
Oh my, enough. You talk so much. Guys, how can you believe someone do you even know how he looks like? Have you ever seen his face? Don't you find that strange? Seriously.
Are you shouting to the crowds, to the frightened crowds of townsfolk on the streets? Roll your persuasion.
Persuasion. I'll use a lucky point for this, just in case. Or maybe not. So 29. But let me do it again, just in case. Nope. 29.
My face? You think flesh and bone will silence me? You think to bind prophecy to a mask, or to strip truth bare by showing skin? Ha! You see, children, listen well, listen to them. Only those who fear obscurity cry out for light. I am not here.
Wow, you talk a lot. You talk too much and not show anything. You just talk. That's all you do, talking.
And as for silence that you ask, you will never have it. Not from me, no. My voice will be heard. Not while the veils is split, not while the fiends crawl and the nobles lie to you. My voice is not mine alone. It is the scream of every starving belly in this city, the whisper of every forgotten grave, the roar of the world as it burns. There is no silencing me. You will have to silence them all. And he points to the common folks around him.
So my persuasion did nothing to the folks?
They don't seem. They look around and they paid more attention in the conversation thanks to your persuasion, particularly the ones to the south of you. But they are so threatened by the creatures and you still have the impression that they perceive this doom scholar. That's not what I meant to do. That they perceive this doom scholar here as a protector of sorts, as their leader. This preaching prophet on the streets. So
I'll just say to the others loud, I don't know how you can believe someone that doesn't show their face. You don't even know who you're interacting with. You can't even see his eyes to look into his eyes and believe what he's saying. At least we show our faces. And that's it. I don't want him to say anything else. Please.
Well, you know that he's going to say something.
That's the end of my turn.
You know that he's going to. You know that he's just going to say, and he says, "Listen well, children. Listen well. I am here to speak the words the heavens choke upon. I am here not to be gazed upon like a painted idol. I am not here to be unmasked. I'm here to unmask you." And he points towards you, and you can, and as he shouts, you can hear the echo of that "you" going across the streets as he points at you, and the people looking just stare at you as if you are the enemy, Loompa. Can
Mimix just blow his trunk directly in the Doom Color's face to cut him off?
By all
And
means.
maybe with a little bit of force, that maybe his hoodie can come off.
Oh my gosh.
Mamuxi Hill, are you using a legendary action to do that, or are you using a reaction?
No, I was just asking if I could do that as just like an RP thing, not
Very
as like
well.
an actual like
Very well.
thing.
Very
yeah.
well. Okay. So no, it doesn't blow up the hoodie out of the preacher, out of the prophet.
I like that though. Thank you.
Very well. And it's now the turn of that thing
Wait,
that is
My
yeah?
legendary action.
Oh yes, go ahead, Karitos.
I'll just do my standard attack, so I got my 3 punches.
Very well.
So let's see here. Does a 19 hit on the first attack?
19 will hit, yes.
Alright, so that's first attack is gonna take 13 sorry. I don't know why it's doing 11 force damage. And I now have 5 charges on my gauntlets, so now each attack is gonna do an extra 2d6 and push the target 10 feet away. So for the second attack...
So, as you hit and you try to push the target 10 feet away, you push both of you 10 feet away, as the target is grappling and restraining you with tendrils. You continue grappled and restrained, so let me just move you 10 feet away. Yes. And as both of you, because you are in mid-air after all, there's no friction to hold you. So you are both pushed 10 feet away, and that makes Marco having to do an extra DC 20 con saving throw from the cloud of spores that just arrived at him.
Oops, sorry, man.
39. I'm not worried about the spores. No.
Very well.
Very hardy.
For the second attack, since I have 3 on this attack action, I'm guessing a 32 hits.
Hey, 32 hits, yes.
That'll do 18 force and 8 lightning, and we're gonna get pushed another 10 feet.
Yes.
You just literally punch this thing, and as it moves with them like a dance in midair.
And you can see that the spores cloud around this creature increase even further. And let me move you 10 feet.
For the last attack, a 31, which is gonna hit. Oh, I love this. I'm just like dancing in midair with this thing. It'll take 13 force and what's it called? 7 lightning. It's gonna push itself another 10 feet.
Excellent. And
since I'll
ahead.
go for it.
Go
And
ahead.
since I took the attack action, I can immediately use my boon of interdimensional travel to teleport 30 feet away.
Very well.
I'll teleport 30 feet this way. And can I go 10 feet in the air, so I'm 25 feet in the air?
Yes, that's fine. Very well. So you punch this creature 3 times all the way to the other side, and then you teleport away from its tendrils. And you're no longer grappled or restrained by it.
I'll look at Loompa and what's it called? Mammoth Pool. And since I'm in astral form, I can like make my voice up to 600 feet as a free action. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? These townsfolk are in danger, and you're talking about unmasking someone?
Just a moment. I'm being attacked in real life. Give me a second, folks.
And she got drawn into an argument with the the guy.
It's really an argument.
Yeah.
He's barely even acknowledging us.
I mean, it's an argument. He just refutes everything we say with like the most outlandish nonsense possible.
Maybe you should preach to him. Maybe that might work.
Oh, I'm preaching at him with from the gospel of trunks and tusks.
I'm watching. Thankfully, when I'm in astral form, I can go up to 600 feet or just speak to someone within 60 feet of me exclusively to them. So I just boomed my voice across the entire town.
Yes, the gospel of catch these hands.
Yeah.
I forgot I was grappled. I was like, wait, why am I moving? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm grappled. You just look like Kieran is punching it and it's just moving with me, like I'm dancing in midair or something. It looks like a ballroom dancing 15 feet off the ground. Oh, that's great. These gloves are amazing. And just wait until I have 10 charges on these gloves.
You gain 1 charge for every attack you make with them?
Every hit I do with an unarmed strike gets me a charge. I can cast 3 spells and they all cast a certain amount of charges. At 5 charges or more, I do extra 2d6 extra damage and I push a target away 10 feet. Regardless of size, it says. Right now I'm at 7 charges.
Oh, man.
And with the rules saying now I can attack 2 or 3 times with legendary actions, I'm going to be punching a lot more. I'm like a fighter with this.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to have max
It's
charges on this. Oh yeah, you're gonna love this character. I'm already enjoying it. I miss Zane, but this one's gonna be great.
All right, so sorry for that unscheduled interruption. I had to roll initiative in real life as I was being attacked by this big bug that just entered the room. But yeah, it seems I've survived. I survived the round. Either that or the bug cast invisibility and escape. All right, Karitos, going back to what did you say to the priest?
Since not to the priest, since I'm in astral form as a free action when I speak.
Yeah.
I can boom my voice out to 600 feet so anyone within 600 feet can hear me. And I yelled out loud, "Why are you guys so fixated on trying to unmask that person? Let him ramble. We have to save these townsfolk and protect them from these unknown monsters." And everyone within 600 feet can hear that.
I'll respond as well and say, yeah, you're right. But I'll just cross my hands and look like a child right now. That personality, he was just annoying.
Because out of character, I don't know what this guy is doing, so, I have no suspicion.
And Mimixty is going to respond with just elephant noise.
Very well. Toning your voice 600 feet, and he starts to shout, "Save them! Save them! Children, hear the serpent's tongue coil around you. How sweet it sounds, how noble it rings. But tell me, what do tyrants always cry before they strike? What do jailers whisper as they lock the chains? We are here to save you. Always, always the same lies." And
well, better than just nope, forget about it.
and the creature you just hit is going to fly back at you 25 feet, Karitos, up in the air. And because you got out and got into the cloud of spores, you can roll a DC 20 con saving throw.
I do get advantage on that. Sweet.
Very well.
26.
Very well. That's enough. It's a DC 20. And the creature is going to attempt to attack you. And very well. And it releases these eyes of the tentacles of this creature start to glow, and the creature shoots one scorching ray from each one of its 5 eyes at that end of his body, because it has another 5 eyes on the other end of the body. So here comes 5 scorching rays towards you. And that is... Wait. The first one is a 28. Oh, the first one's a crit. And
that hits.
second one is a 23. Third one is a 12. That's not gonna hit. The fourth one is a 21. And the last one of the 5 is a 22. So 1 crit, 1 miss, and I assume...
My AC's 30 right now because of haste. So, no, 32 right now because of astral and haste. So everything but only the crit hits.
The crit hits very well. So with that, here comes the damage.
I'm gonna use my reaction to
Yeah.
give him resistance.
Oh, you don't need to do
And
that. It's
Marco,
Scorching Ray.
you know, you don't. You were still inside it. Very well. So that's 46 points of fire damage. I'm just gonna roll here. 16 points of fire damage.
I take 0.
Freaking Zero says.
That is
I got boom of the fire soul. I'm immune to fire.
very well. Very well.
He doesn't even need my boon. Oh well.
I look at
keep it for myself.
Marco and say thank you anyway.
Very well. And with that,
Can I use my legendary reaction, or because I didn't take damage, I can't use that?
you can't use that because you didn't take damage. Yes.
Okay.
So with that, that's the end of that creature's turn, and it's now the one in front of Money Marco. He's grappling you, Money Marco, and
Before, can I legendary action to break that before it switches to its turn?
you can attempt to, yeah. Go ahead.
I think it was athletics you said last time?
Yes, a
was-
DC 20. Athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer.
28.
Very well. You break out of the grappled and restrained condition. And now that creature will attack you. And it will do so with its tentacles. So here it comes. And that's that is a net. That's a crit. That's not a nat 20. That's a crit. A 21, an 18, a 29 with another crit, and a 22.
I hope they have big damage, or else I'm shrugging it off.
Very well. So two crit. I assume the 18 doesn't hit you. Correct?
No.
All right. Your AC is 19 at the moment. Correct?
I think it's no, it should be 24, I believe. Yeah, 24.
24.
I don't know why it says 19. It's 24.
Very well. So 24, which means only the two crits hit. Very well. And with the 2 crits hitting you, you do gain the condition of grappled and restrained all over again.
Sigh.
And you are taking a total of 42 points of 42 points of bludgeoning and psychic together.
Just a flesh wound.
Yes.
But actually, I think I currently have resistance to bludgeoning because I gave it to myself last round when they hit me.
Very well. So with that, you take 21. And that's the end of that creature's turn. And it's now the turn of the commons folk in town to get the hell out of there. And you can see...
Check out one. Yes.
And you can see them running away to hide. Let me take for those of you who can, you can see them entering the bars and hiding inside the taverns and the places as they keep running down the street and finding shelter whatever way they can. And let me keep putting them. Very well. And and there are also some folks in here. Very well. And with that, you can now look around and the streets are almost clean. You can still see some eyes peeping out of the windows from inside the houses. But around you, you don't see any more of the common folks in range of the attacks, unless the attacks will do something to the shelters where they are in, to the buildings around you. But otherwise, they all seem to have run away to safety. And then on that note, it's Money Marco's turn. Money Marco, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna break grapple for the 9th time in a row.
Very well. Oh yes, and you gotta roll 2 DC 20 con saving throws for me.
That's 29 for the grappled.
Yeah.
27 for the first con. 35 for the second.
Very well. And you break out of the grapple again.
Cool. Then I'm going to. It's my turn again. So at the start of my turn, everyone within 30 feet. Well, everyone that's not an enemy within 30 feet gains 10 HP and 10 temp HP. Very cool.
Okay.
Much wow.
Which means
because
Karitos.
my boon is select.
Very well. So Karitos, you get 10 HP. Did we lose someone? We lost Karitos. So Karitos get 10 HP. And you as well, Manny Marco?
Yep, everybody within 30 feet gets 10 HP and 10 temp HP.
Very well. Oh, 10 HP and 10 temp. Very well.
Yes.
Good deal. All right.
It's like the major ability of this class, the big final one.
Very
and
well.
It lasts for like another 6 rounds.
Excellent.
And then I have to spend like a 5th level spell slot to do it again. But hey, that's fine. It's free the first time.
Very well. Most fights don't last more than 6 rounds, so
yeah, it was 10 originally, but I think we've been through like 3 or 4 rounds already, so
yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice though. Going to do next is Not sure. I guess I just whack the thing in front of me because I don't necessarily have anything super useful at the moment. So I'm going to make my 2 attacks. It's 21, 29. Those both hit.
Yeah. And as they hit,
And then
the same had happened to
Then I'll
the
throw
other
a smite on
ones.
top of it for good luck.
As it happens to the other, this creature releases a cloud of spores around it as it starts to take damage. So that's 18, 17, 35 points of damage plus Thunder's Might, 43.
I don't think these things can be prone, can they?
No,
No.
that was the Thunder's Might.
I think get bonked.
Very well.
And then
Yeah.
it's my turn.
Very well. You hit
Yep.
this creature quite hard, and it bursts. The same type of spores that you see coming out of the other two burst, and you got to do another DC 20 Constitution saving throw for me.
It's impossible for me to fail these without getting a nat 1. 35.
If you get a nat 1, yeah, it's not possible. Mathematically, it's not possible for you to fail unless you get a nat 1. So there's only a 5% chance you're going to fail this.
Yep.
So yeah, folks, in my games, my tables, a nat 1 is... I don't care what the 2024 rules say. A nat 1 is always a failure regardless of modifier, and a nat 20 is always a success regardless of modifier. So even if you are a demigod, like these guys are, you can still fail your saving throws if you roll a nat 1. All right, so it keeps the game interesting, and with that, Markles ends his turn, and as a legendary action, first of all, as a reaction, the creature you just hit will do another attack against you to try and grapple you again. And that's a crit. So it will hit for 22 points of damage, and you are grappled and restrained again. They just
Fabulous.
want a hug, Money Marco.
I'm going to use a legendary action.
You're the most difficult person.
A reaction. I'm going to use my legendary reaction.
Yeah.
To break it again.
Very well.
$27.
Very well.
No hugs. No touching.
No hugs.
Bad.
Very well. And with that, Kiritos, what would you like to do?
Hey, Legend, it's me, Kiritos. I'm actually resetting the internet, so I'm going to be down for a couple minutes. Could I do my turn like 1 or 2 later in the turn order? I can't see anything.
You are the last one, so switch you with Ixtihil. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, I'll switch with you.
Mammoth Ixtihil, what would you like to do?
All right. Well, I would like to first use my legendary action at the conclusion of Metamarco's turn.
Yeah.
And teleport myself by way of Moonlight Step 30 feet into the air directly above Doomcaller.
Very well.
And just drop a full-blown mammoth on top of it. See how that goes.
Very well. If you want to land on your feet, you gotta roll an acrobatics for me.
And I'm assuming I need to roll that off the mammoth stat
Yes,
chart.
very much. Yes.
Okay, it doesn't have an acrobatics stat, so is that just dex?
That's just Dex. Yes.
Okay. It's a 14.
14. You land somehow. You've managed to land on your feet, and on top of the doom caller, and you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage. He takes 13 points yeah.
I actually don't, because Ixtiul has what's it called? One of his traits is where is it? He's got a thing that makes him it's like feather falling or something like that like within 30, like he doesn't take damage from the first 30 feet of falling.
Excellent. Very well.
Give me a moment and I'll find the thing.
Even in a mammoth form. Even in a mammoth form?
Being in the mammoth form doesn't negate his
Excellent.
his
Because it's wild shape, right?
yeah, because he's wild shaped, yeah.
Very well.
Wild shape's great. It's better than polymorph sometimes. Can't turn into it, can't turn into like some of the crazy stuff polymorph can, but like, I don't know, dropping a mammoth on somebody's head is pretty funny.
So it's called the perfect landing ability, right?
That's the thing. Yeah.
Very well. You
Sorry,
land
I've
perfectly
had too many things on
top
this
of
sheet.
the Doomcaller's head, and you give him 13 points of bludgeoning damage as you land on top of him. And because of the sphere of force around him, instead of flat out nail him to the ground, he kind of slips to the side, as if you had stepped on a little marble yourself.
Okay. Well, that's fun.
And you are still standing there, in the place where he was standing, almost as if you were saying, "My fountain, not your fountain." So, Mamooks, to you, what would you like to do?
Oh, right, because that was the legendary action, and it's my turn now. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead, burn another moonlight step, teleport. Yeah, that's far enough away.
Teleport
over here, and just bum rush him.
Very well. And as you teleport away and you start to rush back, and he start to shout, "They will try to silence me. They will try to silence you. Yes, but I will never be silent. My voice is your voice. And I will not shut up, for the end does not shut up. The void does not shut up, so neither will I."
Real quick, do either of those attacks hit?
No. You just push him a little bit farther away.
Oh, that's annoying. So frustrating.
And with that,
then I'm just gonna drown out the rest of his diatribe with blasting my trunk directly in his face.
Very well. As you blow your trunk directly to his face, as a reaction, he will you gotta do a DC. This is a DC 25 Wisdom saving throw.
Ready? Boop. Nat 20.
Excellent. You get inspiration for that.
Thank you very much.
As you think he was trying to do something to your mind, but you can't really understand what he was trying to do. But you've managed to snap out of it. And with that, is that the end of your turn, Mamux to heal?
I think so.
I'm going to legendary action,
Yes.
and I'm going to bonk the ever-loving hell out of this thing.
Didn't you already legendary action this round?
No, a legendary reaction to break its grapple.
In before the turn,
When it attacked me to grapple me.
And didn't before your turn started, you've legendary action to break the grapple as well, and then the creature attacked you and grappled you, and then you broke the grapple on your turn, and then you hit it, and then in reaction grappled again,
No,
and then wasn't. Am I remembering this wrong?
Yeah. On my turn, the first thing I did was break the grapple, and then my turn ended, and then it attempted to grab me again. And when it attempted to grab me again, I used legendary action to break it, and then so I haven't used my legendary action this turn.
So before your turn,
Before my turn,
you use your legendary action
Because you were already
yeah.
grappled.
Yeah. Okay. Very well. All right. So you get your legendary action again because your turn passed. Okay. Go ahead. You're right.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bake by 2 bucks. An 18 and a 26.
Both hit.
Does the 18 hit? They both hit? Oh wow,
Yeah.
its AC is lower than I thought.
And as the 2 attacks hit, the range of,
Con save?
no, but the range of the spores increase. And it becomes even it goes even further now, and you can see yourself, you are in the middle of 3 spore clouds. It's becoming quite difficult to see things here without your eyes burning. And with that, it's now the turn of the Doomcaller. And the Doomcaller continues to say, "They promise you salvation, but it's only obedience in disguise. They will save you from hunger by taking your bread, saving you from fear by taking your freedom, saving your souls by burying them in chains. These are not saviors, children. These are wardens in holy paint, tricksters who would dress the gallows as throne. Oh, do not bend the knee to them. Do not shallow their honeyed words. For if they truly came to save you, why must they try to first convince you with their speeches, huh? And not with deeds? Why does their every step brings us closer to the end, as I foretold you? Why?" And as he's saying that, he's going to attempt to banish Manimarkle. And Manimarkle, you gotta do a DC 25 Charisma saving throw.
Oh, you chose the wrong target, buddy. 5% chance.
Excellent.
That's 41.
As a reaction to that, he's going to roll a nat 20 as a reaction to you passing the save. And you get the same type of sort of curse as Lumpa and Mamux to heal, which is he gets a d20 that he can replace by any of your future d20 rolls with that number. And that's a 19.
Poor guy.
Not bad. Very well. Let me put the little brand of the curse on you. And with that, he is going to just walk away. Mamux, to you, would you like to do a reaction for an opportunity attack as he walks away from you?
Yes, I would.
Very well.
That is gonna be a. Wait, can I do? No, that's only. Okay. Yep. And I'm guessing that does not hit.
He does not.
Yeah.
And he just moves away
Frustrating.
into the corner, and he continues to shout as he's moving away. Oh yes, children.
Can I just drown out the sound of his talking with just blowing my trunk at him?
By all means.
Exactly. Yes.
And with that, that's the end of his turn. And Karitos, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
All right, I'm back. Thank you. All I keep hearing is prayers and an elephant, and I'm thinking to myself, "Oh boy. Okay, this can be fixed. That elephant is dangerous, but let me take this thing down in front of me first." And he's gonna continue, and he's not grappled right now, right?
No.
As his action, he's going to continue to punch this creature right here, the thing. For a 25, which
Yeah.
will hit. And since it's now my turn, I can make one of my attacks do an extra martial die, so I'll do an extra d12 on top of this.
Very well.
So that's 22.
One more thing. You started your turn inside their spore, so you gotta roll a DC 20 con save as well.
Sure thing, I get advantage. And because of Manny Marco's aura, I'm 30 feet within 30 feet of it, and everyone's mythic auras. Would I pass?
Because of Money
Since I'm
Marco's
technically
aura, yes. Okay.
So
You
then,
well,
I'm with 25 feet in the air.
Well, Money Marco's aura is for his allies, and right now your status with them is neutrality. You haven't even introduced yourselves yet. So his aura would not actually do anything for you, unfortunately. Not
Then
yet.
Which aura? The bonuses or the healing?
The passive one.
Oh, the past one. Okay.
What I will do is use one key focus point and do Disciplined Survivor, so I can re-roll that.
Very well.
I still fail.
Karitos, I'm gonna have to give you disadvantage on that first punch. That's the first thing. And I'm gonna explain you why you're having disadvantage. As you look around you, you start to see the world as if you were looking through a kaleidoscope. Everything seems to have radial symmetry, and as you look around, it zooms in and zoom out, and you can see your eyes now can only see the world as if you were looking through a kaleidoscope. You see all the different patterns and all the different the different patterns and the different geometric shapes that it creates, and every time you move your head around, it feels like you're not looking at the same things, and it's kind of difficult for you to focus on one thing, because it's almost as if you were looking the reflection of something around in the radial reflection of something, as it's 5-10 times reflected over around the circle.
I think I have a way to roleplay around that legend. Then, if that's the case, Kirathos would close his eyes, and he has blind sight. Would that still make it a normal punch, since I'm relying on my blind senses instead of my eyes?
That would, yes.
So I have 10 feet of blind sight, so that's Would that be normal punch then?
That would be a normal punch, yes.
All right, so then the 25 still goes. It takes 22 force and then an extra d12 with 2d6 lightning. So 10 points of damage. So 32 points of damage for the first hit.
Very well.
And, I'll
And
push it
as you
10
do
feet.
that last punch hits with your focus, and the creature bursts mid-air. And both you and Money Marco gotta do DC 20 con saving throw as the creature bursts, and it's almost as if a big balloon of spaghetti, bloody spaghetti, just bursts mid-air and falls to the ground.
Can I use another focus point? Use Discipline Survivor again.
42.
I got 2 9s. I'm gonna reroll that.
Very well.
That's not good. That's even worse.
That unfortunately extends the period of time, the duration of the effect on you. And it's now going to last. I'm just double checking. Now it now lasts. Oh boy, it now lasts 4 days. So
my vision.
For the next 4 days, everything you see is kaleidoscopic.
As my movement, since I'm blind sight, can I just go 160 feet in the air, so I'm 185 feet in the air?
Yes, by all means.
As Kieran does, just needs a second. He's like rubbing his eyes and go like, "Oh my gosh!"
100 and-
I'm going on my full movement, so I'm 185 feet. Actually, I'm gonna dash as my bonus action since I have Step of the Wind. That doesn't cost a key point.
Okay.
Can I go? Can I go 345 feet in the air?
300
45 feet.
Okay, very well.
As I'm just like, oh my gosh, Chronapsis! Oh, Chronapsis, open up my eyes! Oh, I can't even see straight. And he's just gonna like be that high. You can just see Kieran this near, just like moving around, rubbing his eyes, going as he's like swearing under his god's names.
And yes, it seems that that the spores of that creature mess with your eyes. I mean, you can still see or sense things up to 10 feet with your blind side, but as you look around, the entire world feels like feels like it's a radio kaleidoscope of everything around.
And Legend, I just want to clarify, this isn't a poison or disease, correct?
It's not. It's
okay,
not.
so my boons won't do anything. All right, I end my turn like that high in the air.
It function like the spores function more like a curse. They shift. They attack your mind and they shift your perception of reality. So it's like they're messing with your inner ear or something, but it's your perception that is changing. It's a psychic attack.
Okay.
Very well. With that,
Oh wait, I have a haste action. Can I go even higher in the air and dash again?
very well.
I'll be 505 feet in the air.
Very well. And with that, as you're 500 feet in the air, trying to understand where you are and looking down, you feel a bit lost. As from 505 feet up in the air, the view from up there as a kaleidoscope becomes quite difficult to understand. You are kind of, as every time you open your eyes, you kind of lose your sense of direction. You can't quite tell what is up or down, what is close or distant. Your sense of direction is all messed up.
I might just keep my eyes closed then, just rely on my blind sight.
If you keep your eyes closed and rely on your blind side, that's easier to move. In any case, you can move like fast like that while you are in the air, but if you were on the ground with your blind side, you would have to move a bit more careful because you can only see 10 feet ahead of you. So you wouldn't see obstacles that are beyond 10 feet of you. And on that note, we are back at the top of the initiative, and seems like a good time for us to take a quick bio break, and we'll be back in 10-15 minutes, everybody. All right, is everybody back?
Maybe?
Yeah.
I'm back, but I don't know what I'm seeing.
Ixtahul, are you back?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, very well.
All right.
Karitos, 500 feet up in the air, looking down at this village at dusk, should look something more or less like this. With your kaleidoscopic view.
Amazing.
At least it's not perfectly symmetrical.
No,
don't even
because
know.
depending on the angles you're looking, the kaleidoscope doesn't make it symmetrical. It just mixes the different angles from an image.
I can't believe you generated this.
And very well. Loompa, we are back at the top of your turn, and that one disappears because the deaf person lasts on one round. So Loompa, what would you like to do?
I guess I will play it safe again and approach the last one standing.
Oh, okay.
Booming blade, long sword. Let's go.
Very well.
I forgot I need to. Does a 26 hit?
It does, but first, before I say if it hits or not, roll 2 DC 20 con saving throws for us.
Alright. 32?
That's the first one. The second one?
29.
Excellent. A 26 will hit.
Okay. A 21.
Yes, that hits as well.
Ooh, a crit.
Very well.
So that will be
That will be enough to kill it in a death burst.
okay. Yeah.
And and as the creature, describe your last attack to us.
I'll just cut that head only, trying to do as little.
Which one of the two heads? The one on the top or the one on the bottom?
On the top.
Very well. So you mean you trimmed the
Which one?
5
which one
tentacles
has-
that look like a star-shaped suction thing on the top?
Yeah, like yeah. Let's do that.
And as you do that, the creature bursts into this explosion of spores and bloody spaghetti-like tendrils that cover both you and Money Markle in this disgusting thing and pushes you both to do a DC 20 Constitution saving throw.
Another one.
Very well. And Money Markle?
Second. 43.
Damn.
He is
When
the
it comes to
demigod of
Constitution and Charisma, I don't need to worry.
he is the demigod of Constitution saving throws. If you ever pass a Constitution saving throw, light a candle for Money Markle. Yes, he is the demigod of that.
So,
Very
And
well.
I think charisma
you know,
as well, isn't it?
his whole charisma's even higher.
Damn.
You will not defile his mind or body. He is the wall, never changing.
I don't know, but your sanity though.
Yeah, that's a little tougher, but that doesn't count.
And with that, Loompa, as he realizes you've destroyed the last one of the creatures and they blow up in a burst, you look at the Doom Scholar behind you, and suddenly there's silence on the street. He stops screaming and he enters a building. As a reaction, he just rushes into a building and disappears from your sight. And with that, you are all
And I will
now
go closer to
out of initiative.
Mamuxti Hill. And I will start to replicate the guy's voice and say, "People, come out! It's safe now."
You're replicating whose voice now?
No, as in not his voice, just trying to imitate the guy.
Okay. Go ahead, do your best.
His manner of speech.
By all means, go ahead.
Yes, his manner of speech. Thank you.
Give us your best speech.
Oh no, that was gonna be it. Really, I don't really want to change
really?
their
Go ahead.
their minds.
Give us your best
yeah.
speech.
Maybe I might be able to see again that speech.
Okay.
I'd like
well,
I'd like
yeah.
for Memixty to add emphasis and gravitas with the occasional trumpet blast from his trunk to assist with your speech.
Like to punctuate the speech.
Yes, exactly.
Very well,
exactly.
very well. Lompa, give us your best speech for the townsfolk here.
Okay. I'll just. Okay. Everyone, you can come out of your houses now. It's safe for the moment. And then I'll continue saying that we are not evil. And we do not want you to get harmed in any way. I mean, again, and I'm repeating myself, but if we wanted to harm you, then we could have done that by now. But that is not our goal. We came here to help, and we might actually need your help a little bit because, I mean, can I out of character?
Can you do
Can
what?
I what? It's like out of character. So I'm searching for myself when I was what, like 8,000 years in the past, basically.
Well, that was before we've been born. We're trying to prevent our own births.
you're trying to prevent your own birth, but 8,000 years into the past, you don't even know who your ancestors were at that point. It might be your ancestor here, Lumpa, since you are half genie, half something else. Could be XTU's ancestors, since he's half humanoid, half owl. So I guess could be Minimarco's ancestors. They're here. You wouldn't really.
Well,
yeah. Well, go ahead,
All right.
Minimarco.
I was gonna say, well, considering they all seem fully human minus the preacher, and we're in a farming town, and Van Barker was born a farmer, you know, I'm leaning towards him, honestly.
It
I don't
does.
see any bird people running around.
It does seem likely, but I just want to point out that there are owls everywhere in the material plane. So XTU also covers a big area.
So, mind me, if oh god. So what is the strategy here? Like, what are we trying to do? Stop the people from?
No, you were sent 8,000 years into the past.
Yeah.
Only with a sundial to tell you if your actions are contributing or not. And the objective of you coming here is to prevent this timeline from collapsing, thanks to your reckless actions. And you have to prevent yourselves from being born. You were not provided any information about exactly who, what, or what exactly you should intervene on. Only that your actions should, prevent you from being born.
Honestly, this seems like a highly inefficient method of preventing our own births. Like, why go 8,000 years ago? Just go back, like, I don't know, 100 or two to whenever we were born originally, and just go to your parents and just go.
You would think so, but Chronapsis was likely trying to prevent ripples in timelines by sending you back this far. He kind of prevents he's trying to smooth out any consequences that you can cause with these actions over a very long period of time. So if you just go back 100 years, you would likely just you could prevent your own birth, but you would affect other things that are contemporaneous to your birth that might just yield worse or same results. Then you be born.
So any adverse effects we'd have now are there's enough time to where he can fix it after we mess everything up.
Well,
whereas if it was
there's enough time
parents,
that the ripples,
it would have been like,
yeah, there's enough time now in the past that the ripples of what you do here will likely dissipate over a very long period of time. So he's mitigating your potential for a butterfly effect by sending you 8,000 years into the past. That's the best your characters would be able to determine.
What I'm hearing is that there's a very good chance that if we're not careful, we might end up becoming our own great grandparents.
Well, at least I know where the problem is.
Okay, sleep with everybody. Got it.
So for you guys to have a way of comparing this, 8,000 years into the past, think about you in real life going back 8,000 years into the past. You would be in the times of ancient Egypt or things like that. So it's very very it's very very far away from your time and very distant. There's no way you can precisely trace who your ancestors are here. I mean, you can have a general feel, but the only true compass you have for your actions to see what they're doing is the sundial. And well, and now you
Okay.
have that weird dragonborn that just appeared out of nowhere and seems to be quite friendly and was helping you somehow.
While they're talking, could I slowly descend 10 feet at a time, Legend?
Well, you can slowly descend 10 feet at a time. Let's give you let's give you a little. Let's give you an idea of how would that feel like.
Am I gonna have to do perception with
So
disadvantage?
as you're approaching the ground,
Wow.
you've realized things start to get even more messy. And you are trying to just you're just trying to descend in. You just open your eyes and then you close your eyes again. You open your eyes and you close your eyes again. Just make sure you're not too close to the ground. And eventually, as you are approaching a little bit more, you start to see what you think is that a square? You think it might be the square. Just you might
Am
be
I
getting
like
close.
descending like this or something?
No, this is the view from the top. This is you from the top looking down. This is you in the
Oh my
sky looking
gosh.
down at the village. So you're just going.
Oh,
You just
Bahamut, give me strength.
you are looking down as you and as you're descending, you are you see the fountain. You think that's the fountain. It's right in the middle, but sometimes you look at an angle and you miss the fountain. And with that, you've managed to slowly reach down and touch the ground. And as you touch down, you are. Let me put you at a random place, more or less at the general area where you were before.
I think I'm gonna be sick. Oh my gosh. What in the world was that thing? I can't even see straight.
So yeah, as you look around you, you see about 8 mammoths. About as you look to the other side, you see maybe 8 or 9 mini Marcos, and with that,
I'm in hell.
Oh yes, you've you see 8 or 9 mini Marcos, and now you realize your vision is all screwed up thanks to those creatures, and you're in the effects of. Oh, and by the way, guys. That ill fortune thing that the Doomcaller put it on you, it stays on you until he uses it. So that little
Nah.
that little thing there that you have there, the little marker that you have with the poison, that represents the ill fortune thing. And it stays on you until he uses it. So good luck with that. Very well.
Okay.
The effects of the haste go away,
Because
and the blade song.
In my astral form.
Yeah.
my my speech was gonna go in a different direction,
Very well.
but because I didn't get to discuss with the rest any strategy, I don't want to jump in and so I'll just play it as I did it up until now, or as and I'll just tell everyone, I know what you've heard, that we are liars and manipulators, and we came here to show chaos. But I'll tell you that we're not here to rule you, neither to profit from you. So, we basically fought these monsters, and I'll go emotional here, and we've literally risked everything, not for wealth, but to keep your lives safe. I guess what else can I say? I'd rather be remembered as a fool who tried to save you and do good than a coward who let you perish. And I'm like kind of making a hint towards the doom caller, saying, not like others.
He's no longer there. He left already.
Doesn't matter.
Very well.
Legend. Since I just met these guys, can I
And you-
insight her to make sure to think she's telling
Yeah.
the truth?
Oh, not just that. you are also inciting her to see if she's sane, because she's just. As you look around, she's just talking to an empty street. Is she talking to you guys? Is she talking to you? Who's she addressing with that speech?
I'm not looking around. I'm just listening because I don't want to look right now. I'm going like, okay, we got one that blows his trunk, one that likes to give speeches, and this guy, there's too many of him.
There are too
And
many
he
of
likes
all of them.
He's a farmer, apparently.
Do I need to roll anything?
You can roll persuasion, but there's no really a check here. You're role playing, and everybody is in their house, and some of them may.
You told me to give you the best speech.
Yes.
For nothing?
No, it's not for nothing. You're moving the needle. Yeah, roll your persuasion against the 50 people in this town, if that many. That potentially not all of them can hear you. Very well.
A natural 20. Why did I roll twice?
That's not a natural 20. That's a 5.
I know. I was trying.
I see. you tried. And very well. So, as you are, you don't see anyone coming out of their houses and or they're out of the buildings. You don't see the Doom Scholar anymore. You have Mamukstihu behind you, who is still, I guess, splashing himself in the fountain. And then you have that very fit and shiny Dragonborn with platinum scales, and then you have Money Markle all the way to there, still stepping on the guts of the creatures you guys just destroyed. I have to say, it does seem quite coincidental that when you arrive here in this place, right at this exact moment, when a prophet was telling these people and warning them that you were going to bring the end. And then either he's using you, or he's telling the truth, who knows? Or he's using you to confirm his apocalyptic prophecies. And but it seems quite coincidental that after you arrived, a bloody looking portal opens, and these creatures just come out of the far realm in the middle of the street and start to attack. That Doomcaller seems to be quite the preacher and very fanatic about what he's saying to people, that they have to enjoy life and enjoy the pleasures of life and bow to no one, and it seems to be quite convincing, as he still do charity for everybody here. There is one person, however, that out of all these speech you gave, you see this bartender coming to the corner of kind of the side of the door, and he just looks at you, Lump, and says, "Psst, psst, psst."
Who's that? Where are you coming from?
Is that bartender over there?
Yeah.
And he looks at you, and he makes like a little nod with his head for you to go in that direction, like for you to get inside the bar.
Oh, okay.
Kirito stumbles in a direction he thinks towards the bar.
Are you okay? Do you need?
No. Those creatures, I don't know what they were emitting. But no. My eyes are playing tricks on me. Wow, there's more than double of everything. I can't count how many versions of you I can see. I know this is not normal. I think I'm afflicted with something, but this isn't disease. I can't be infected with diseases.
Uh, Legend. By the way, I can't remember what this was, but would dispel magic work in this
Only one way to know.
to cast it? Okay. I will cast dispel magic on him.
Very well. As
Did
you
that help?
My abs are now shinier.
you cast dispel magic on him, and it seems that his aura gets a bit disturbed by the dispel magic, but then after that it goes away. And yet he's still seeing a kaleidoscope. Way.
Oh, I'm sorry that didn't work.
It's,
you wanna-
what is this like? It's not magic. Would I know anything about curses or anything, Legend? Or
you think it's you think it's something that messes with your brain for sure. Mess with your senses.
it's messing with my senses.
You
I'll
can
have
roll
to
an
find...
investigation check or a medicine check, whichever you prefer.
Oh, I should have done medicine. Can I just do a +10 to that instead of +2, or do I have to go with the investigation since?
That's fine. So you think is a sort of psychic curse. You think those spores may have been some sort of hallucinogen.
Since I'm resistant to psychic, would that give me any benefit?
No, not really. You've been affected.
Dang.
You're resistant psychic damage. It's not giving you damage.
Okay. Well, regardless, you three are what I'm looking for, as I've been instructed, and I whisper this, by Kernapsis, to wait here for my for the next destiny. And I, Kiritos, champion of Kernapsis, have arrived on time for my next mission.
Oh.
Legend, I noticed that you changed my token back to my regular player token.
You want to continue being Mammoth? Mammoth size yourself?
Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah, because Mimic's Fuel is actually gonna head over here and just check in that building to see if he can spot that he's gonna go looking for the Doom Caller.
Very well. As you enter that, there was some people coming out of the buildings, and the moment they see you, they all go back into the buildings.
No wonder.
And do I see the Doom Caller?
No, you do not.
What is your friend doing, or doing multiple times?
I'm not entirely sure.
I can't even tell which direction he's going, but I know he's getting further away.
That's fine. Forget about him. So, are you okay? You feeling dizzy? Do you need any help? Do you wanna hold, maybe part of my robe? Close your eyes and just guide by that, or?
Well, thankfully, I've learned to rely without using my sight, but it's pretty limited. It is kind of, what's it called? Dizzying to use my senses. I'll just close my eyes and just use my limited sense. I appreciate it. And Kiritos will close his eyes.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
You have to learn for any situation. when you're sent throughout time. Regardless, I'm hoping this isn't permanent.
And Karitos, now that you get close to her and you've been interacting her for a little bit, you can sense the divinity in her. And you had been around deities long enough to recognize that that sense, and you feel that you don't understand why are these deities here, and why is Chronepsis asking you to look after deities. It seems kind of above your rank, above your pay grade to do that.
I'll say, I said, normal people aren't able to fight those monsters, and I'm sure you could tell that I can sense power. Why are beings as powerful as yourself intervening in this small town?
Wait, so are you telling me Chronepsis just sent you here but didn't give you any kind guidelines?
Out of
On
character,
what you
Legend.
need to
Do I out of character? Do I know exactly what they're here for? Or am I just playing dumb?
So you don't know the nature of their mission. So it wasn't current time Chronepsis that communicated with, was future Chronepsis. He said he doesn't trust these demigods that he's sending back in time. He doesn't trust them to do a good job, and he wants you to chaperone them and prevent them from, as he put it, clusterfuck the entire timeline again. As his champion, you haven't talked to his future version of himself before, but you know that he's the god of time, so he can very well come back and tell you to do something. Chronepsis did warn you that you must try and contain the consequences of what they are doing, from butterflying affecting the future. And he gave you a divinely infused item to help you with that task. But you should do that while trying as much as possible not to interfere with their free will, or you ended up adding to the chaos and becoming part of the problem rather than solution. He made very clear that if you fail your mission, this timeline will end in 8,000 years. It will collapse and everyone in this universe will disappear. So you know they came from the future. You know they were sent by Chronepsis. You know they have some sort of mission or something that they need to accomplish. You don't know the details or the specifics of that mission, but you know that you should try and prevent consequences from what they do. For instance, from rippling through time, without, of course, being too interventionist and preventing them from doing their job.
All right, then how I'd say that is, well, I'm tasked by Chronepsis for any mission that he sends me, and if you're aware of Chronepsis, he is the one that manages time. Now, it seems you must be on your own mission he sent you, and that's fine. I will make sure that you guys complete your mission, whatever it may be. And as someone who understands the timelines, I want to do the best I can to help. Granted, I'm not doing your mission for you, to let you know. I'm just here to aid you if needed. That's what I believe you guys are here for. And that is why I believe I was asked to be here at this specific place and this specific time.
Right.
And for good reason. Whatever those weird creatures are when you guys came, it seems like something that's pretty dire. that you've been sent on.
Indeed. So, do you have ways of talking to Chronepsis directly?
Well, of course, him and Bahamut, but they're not ones to be on free message, as you say. Usually, when I have something of importance, is when I use it when necessary.
Okay.
They're quite busy themselves, as you probably know, managing all one. Chronapsis managing all of time. It's rare to get time with him. No pun intended.
Sure. All right. Shall we see what this gentleman inside wanted to discuss with us?
Sure, I'll let you see, and I'll go here.
Okay.
While you guys are talking, Man Remarkable, he'll order an ale and just sit there sipping at it.
And Money Markle, as you are inside, he serves you an ale, and he says,
This one is all the house.
and Mamuxihul, let me ask, now that you arrived there and you're seeing there is a very scared little shop owner looking at that mammoth outside his window, and everybody on the street seems to be scared of you, what would you like to do?
Well, having looked into the building and that the Doomcaller disappeared into, and seen nothing suspicious, he's going to rather dejectedly stomp his way back toward his compatriots.
Very well.
And as he gets to the entrance, he is going to drop his wild shape and return to his normal form.
And I can't help but notice
As he enters.
that on your way back, you took the opportunity to splash yourself a little bit more in the fountain.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's a mammoth. He's gonna slurp up a bit of water and splash it on himself. Why deny oneself the simple pleasures?
Oh, so
Very
help me.
well. And well, as you enter, the tavern keeper seems to he pours you another mug of ale, and pours one for Lumpa and one for Karitos. Although Karitos, you don't know that he did that because your eyes are closed.
Can I roll, I don't know, nature or insight or something to see whether he put anything in the drink?
You can roll insight, but he invited you here. Yeah, you can roll insight on him, of course.
23.
You think he's just a commoner.
Okay.
And he
All right.
invited you here to tell something to you, as he's just looking around, and you can see him just checking if there's anyone around, and he comes here to this access door, and he just slowly shuts down the door that follows the other areas of this bar, and then he goes back to them to behind the counter. As all of you find your places around the counter, Karitos finds his place around the counter, but he still doesn't know that there's a drink there waiting for him, as he continues to have his eyes closed. And he says to you,
Was a good thing you did out there. Although, quite frankly, I don't really know if it's a good thing you guys are here. The Dawncaller has been helping these people while speaking his wisdom about the end of the world. So Who are you guys? And if I may ask, why are you here?
We heard his speech, and no, he was not helping anyone. He was poisoning their mind.
I don't disagree with you there. Um, is, but he does help these folks. He gives them food, he does charity, he helps to take care of their wounds. And he gives them hope, gives them happiness. These are hardworking, miserable people that
How long have you been knowing him for?
he's been he's been at least a year since he started. When he started to spit his prophecies on the street, he would come every day to that fountain and start to talk with robbers and shout. Most people thought he was crazy and ignored them. And one day the first one stopped there to listen to him, and then the next day another one. And suddenly you start to, next thing you know, he's gathering a crowd. And he has some assistants, ladies, helping him. And suddenly you realize the mayor of the town leaves because the people were hating the mayor or putting them into shackles, I guess, social shackles. And they start to listen to him. He became more and more influential. The more charity he would do, the more good he would do for these people here. And I guess he will poison your mind in exchange for bread. And when you are starving, when you're hungry, you accept anything. Well, I've been running this tavern for a while, and even us, you can go check my bottles of wine there. This is my last barrel of ale. We don't buy much because it's not worth it. Not worth it to stock up. People here don't have a lot of money to come and drink, and at once this was a merchant town, and the mayor was here. Merchants would come and travelers would come. Now it's very rare to see folks like you just passing by.
Has anyone seen his face ever?
I have not. I have never seen his face. I don't think anyone has ever seen his face. I don't know what he does with that hood, but keeps his face very, very dark. Some people say he wears this black scarf wrapped around his face, so you can't see who he is. Well, the things that he's saying about the nobles they used to have in this town, they used to be in this town, the things he says about the mayor, folks here think that he covers his face so you don't know who he is. So for his own protection. That way, he's making enemies and he can just, as long as he takes his hoodies and his mask and his clothes, and no one is seen, he could just be anyone. Could just be any of the common folks in town. No one would know.
Oh, so you don't know where he lives either?
No one knows who he really is. Um, folks think he's from here. Folks think that he's just one among them. But I have to say, what concerns me is sometimes he will call some of these folks to go to this church or to this temple with him. And little by little, I've been noticing people are just disappearing. One by one.
Hearing.
Yeah. It's,
So no one's questioning that?
wow. Folks think it's probably the mayor or the heart keepers. Well, you see the heart keepers are this group of nobles they used to be in town and moved out together with the mayor. They all left town, and some people say some of those that remain here are still linked to the cult of the heart keepers. But since the Doomcaller came, they left. They were very evil. They would hang people in the public square because they tried to steal an apple, and it was ugly. Since the Doomcaller arrived, the people were revolted, and the heart keepers had no place to hide anymore. But people still think that the heart keepers are coming back to take them one by one. I myself don't want to accuse anyone of anything, because quite frankly, I don't know. But I'm able to see folks been disappearing lately. This town's been less and less people.
You
So,
said
where is-
there was a church that
Yeah.
Oh
they
yeah.
were using?
Oh yeah, I don't
Temple?
know what it is. Folks said that he thinks the people that are doing good and the ones he chooses want to come, and his assistants and him take them to the secret church somewhere. And I'll be honest with you, never saw any of those that went come back. But I can't really keep tabs on everybody because now I have this establishment to keep running, which, as you can see, is always empty. So I just
Yeah.
keep
makes
polishing
sense.
the cups all the time, pretending that that's the purpose of me being here. It's a bit lonely sometimes.
Oh, sorry to hear that. So no one's followed him ever, or his assistant, to see where he goes?
I haven't.
Marco's just going to go thunk. And he's be like, assistants? Those are Are succubuses demons or devils out of character, real quick?
Devils.
They're demons, right?
Devils.
They're devils? Okay. The distinction in D&D is always confusing of what counts as what.
Yes.
Anyways, he's just gonna go thunk. He's like, assistants? Those are freaking devils. We should march in there and kill all three of them. It's like, I don't know what he is, but it's certainly not human. And he walks around poisoning the minds of people with devils, claiming that even so far as admitting to it that there's nothing wrong with devils, and any man who preaches such a thing clearly means to poison the minds.
Folks know that. Folks know about the succubi for some time now. That was never a big secret, actually. He never hid the fact that he's assisting out with what they are, but he says that everybody at the end, when the end comes, that doesn't really matter. And if they're doing, I never saw them raise a hand or do anything evil towards this folk. So I think
Of
there's
course
the
not.
search for redemption.
Right.
Are we all about to have to stop Metamarco from slaughtering this entire town?
We are slowly rising from paladin who sees corruption and wishes to remove it onto, like, the Inquisition is here, run away.
Hold on.
It's rising. Like, it's a slow burn right now. Like, right now we're just at the level of I'm gonna kill him and everybody who follows him, and it's just.
Now look, I don't know your name.
He's just slowly not caring about who gets in the way anymore, you know?
Because the whole concept of the whole town knows that they're devils and is fine with it feels like that might cross Metamarco's red line.
Metamarco became a demigod because he was just real good at killing demons.
Yeah.
It's like his one thing. He does not handle demons.
All right.
We're rapidly approaching berserker territory at this point.
Before you use the Tarask option, we should probably investigate. I like your ambition there, Faithful.
No, he hasn't lost self-control yet, but we're getting there.
But
we're not there yet. He's willing to be more inquisitor than butcher, but it depends on how. Currently he's like, they're being tricked.
Well, no, I'm role playing.
If they go from being tricked to being complacent, he is the god of purity, and you're throwing away your purity.
And as I roleplay going on, before we kill things, we should probably investigate why this doom caller has succubi with them.
He looks that up and he goes, "There is no such thing as a succubi seeking redemption. It's against their nature."
I'm not talking about the succubi seeking redemption, but why he has that as company in this temple. Aren't you curious to where this temple may lead if people are supposedly disappearing? Wouldn't you want to investigate this first before you go all gung-ho?
He looks at it and goes, "The only reason one would be wandering around with succubi is some kind of heresy. Now, considering all of the insane nonsense we've dealt with since beginning this crusade," he says crusade, it's an adventure for the rest of you. For him, crusade. It is most likely some form of Eldritch nonsense. So I can only guess that either he's directly or indirectly involved in some plot. And we should kill him. And, if he's walking with, he might be a demon himself, he might be a demon worshiper.
If you don't mind me saying,
either way,
I hope you don't turn that violent finger towards me. I'm just vulnerable, but I must say, we're trying to convince these people that you are not violent and you're not here to kill them. And they're already scared of you. What do you think you're gonna accomplish by attacking their leader? You're just gonna turn him into a martyr. He's just gonna prove his point.
Above the table, because I kind of spaced out for a moment. Do we actually, like, did what he said actually give us, like, a general idea of where this temple actually is?
No, he doesn't know.
Okay.
He just peeps out of the window in the door of his tavern every time the guy's outside, because the guy's just outside his tavern over there every day. So he can hear the guy from where he is. He can there used to be a window here. He can hear the guy, he can look at the window, he can see the guy every day there, and as he's working here, he has seen the evolution of what this guy is doing over time, and it seems that whatever the guy is doing has been working, but he never truly investigated, because for what you guys can assess, he has mixed feelings. He really doesn't know. He can see the good the guy is doing, but he can also see the poison he's distilling on these people.
Gotcha. All right.
Honestly, if I had to place a guess, it would be cultists. The man seems awfully similar to a cult leader. And as for the people disappearing, well, his subordinates are succubi. I'd assume he's just been feeding people to them, if not recruiting them into his cult. And this
Naturally.
is just, can I roll like, I don't know what the role would be to be like, yes, I am quite knowledgeable about this subject. Trust me. It's like, I have dealt with many of people in cults
Roll
and
deception.
demons. This is my specialty.
Roll
It's
deception.
not a lie. Is it deception, though? You know, there's no lie. This is just a very true thing. Van Marco's specialty is dealing
roll
with
performance then.
David's performance.
Yeah.
20.
Oh yes, you're quite convincing. Well, not to the others, not to your friends, but to Kiritos and Grusk.
Oh, I'm terrified of who I'm with.
Yeah, no, Man, Marco was definitely more along the lines of, like, salt and fire when it comes to dealing with demons. It's like, you know, kill them all with fire and then salt the earth to make sure they don't come back. He, as a god, he's, you know, had time to mellow a bit. So he's not as bad as he used to be. But he's certainly, his solution to demons is definitely, I've seen enough demons to be wildly racist.
Well, if
Or speciesist.
if you folks are looking for a place to stay in this town, then, well, there used to be, still renting some rooms to rent just across the street. It's just across the street here. You have, well, there used to be a place where you could put your bed rolls on the ground and you would pay for the room, but they can give you bed rolls as well. Pay for the room and they will stay there. Now that you are no longer very popular in this town, I would say you can try and be good luck, but with the night coming, I can tell you, the night here is not safe, with folks disappearing. I'm gonna close down the shop very soon, as there's no point in keeping it open. So, if you guys wanna find a place to sleep, you can go across the street.
I will sleep on the roof.
We don't need to sleep, right? As like it doesn't affect our stats not to.
It depends. Does your species...
Like
Does
demigod.
your species...
We are immune to
I
exhaustion.
thought it was a demigod thing, right? Demigods are immune to exhaustion, so they don't actually need to sleep.
Well, you are immune to exhaustion. But there are...
But in order to regain spell slots and whatnot,
Yeah. Your abilities work on
Right.
you'll
long
need
rest.
to rest.
Yeah.
In which case, I am going to forgo long resting to spend the entire night investigating the town while everybody else sleeps.
Very well.
Knock, knock, open up the door. The Inquisition is here. And they smell demons.
I
So-
want.
So you're going around the town. You want to go around the town, knocking door to door.
No, he's not going to knock door to door. He's just going to spend the entire time just like being real creepy. He's just walking up, looking through windows, searching through alleyways, looking through garbage, searching every nook and cranny of the town for like clues and whatnot.
Very well.
Snooping on conversations. He's just spending the whole life just investigating.
While he does that, before I do my meditation and long rest, I'm gonna have my own room from them. All right, Legend. As I've already introduced myself as Kirathos.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I've told Ixtihul and Manamarco, like I told Loompa. I'm just gonna say that during while we're in the spar thing before we rest. Would I be able to use my crystal ball of telepathy if I'm in my own room, just so I can see what could possibly happen? With now that I've met these three and thinking there's a lot of different things that can happen.
Yes, of course. So first, you guys gotta go across the street and see if you're gonna get a room. If you want to use that in your room,
Okay. Then I'll thank
because
Russ.
that's not a given at this point. Since you are not very popular in this town.
Well, I'm going to find a room. I think after all of that, I think a good night's rest will help clear my eyes. As you see me stumble, looking for the door.
Very well. And Grusk realized you didn't have your drink, and he serves the drink to Manimarco.
He'll give him a nod, and he'll take his drink, the whole thing, and then he'll head out to start to do his thing, while everybody else goes to try and find rooms. He's not doing that. He's doing what I said earlier. He's got to go investigate the town.
Very well. Excellent. So Karitos, as you find your way across the street, and Manimarkle, you go out on the streets. Karitos, you enter this. There is this, for all you can tell, because you can't really tell for sure. There is this halfling sitting on a crate behind a balcony that seems to be the innkeeper or something like that. And he, in the moment his daughter sees you entering or perhaps his wife sees you entering the room, she spits on the ground, and she climbs up a ladder and go to the top floor of the building.
Oh, that's understandable. I don't know what I managed to walk into when they went to this town, but sure, so much has happened. I don't even know how to comprehend this. Is it evening time right now, Legend?
Yeah.
I say good evening, innkeep. I was just having a drink generously served by the bartender. And I heard that you would have rooms, if you may be gracious. I am Kiratos, and you may be.
There are no rooms here. All I have is a space for people to sleep. You can call me halflingo.
Well, halflingo is a pleasure. I'm not one who needs the comforts that many people like. A space and a place to meditate is just fine for me to sleep. I'm not picky with that. If that is all you have, I am humbly accept that. I'd be willing to give
not offering.
gold.
I was not offering.
Of course.
I was saying that's what I have. What is that you have? You know? We saw what you did there, and the folks here in this town, we don't like the outsiders to come here and strange and with your violence, in your flights, in your explosions, in your magic. You just came here to explore the common folk and dress you like wolves dressed in sheep. But I'm a merchant and I have to eat, so I have a floor, wooden floor, and some bedrolls, and that's the best you're gonna get. If you can pay for it.
That's fine. I'm not here to give words. I'm glad whatever those creatures were, are vanquished and no one else got hurt.
You probably brought them here so you could defeat them. They're probably your pets. So you could pretend you're saviors. I've seen it happen before when the mayor hired the bandits that came to ransack my store, and then him and the heart keepers came and caught the bandits just to pretend that they were not the ones who had sent the bandits in the first place. But I saw the coins of the mayor in the bandits' pocket. I know who paid them. They dropped by mistake my store, and I got the coins, and I saw it, and I realized, and I told all the folks in town what the mayor was doing, trying to pretend that he was some sort of savior. We've seen many of you folks around here for a long time, and we don't like it. This is a free town, free people. We are gonna die soon, and we don't expect any one of you to come and improve our situation.
Well, you never know with time. Someone used to just say prayers on empty words and no one would pay attention. And the story is, as time continued and they continued their passion, people did start to listen. Not just by words, but by deeds, Halflingo. This is your first time meeting me, and I don't expect the best impression since you've already seen so much evils and corruption. But I'm sure if time can change the heart of those to follow those who have light, as long as someone remains passionate and whole, I'm sure
Why are
time
you
can show
keeping your
that.
eyes closed while talking to me? That looks very weird. What is your problem?
Well,
Are you blind or
well,
something?
I've learned in some ways not to rely on my eyes, because it's important to rely on your other senses too. Sometimes eyes can deceive. So I like to use my ears sometimes and my other senses. I don't mean that as offense, but I find it important to keep your other senses in touch too and not be reliant on one sense. That's why.
I see.
And I can show him like flipping a coin in my hand, and I'm able to catch it because I have blind sight. So I'm like, though I find that important to me, don't let that disturb the fact that I'm quite a capable individual, even without needing to use my eyes, if I choose not to use them.
Oh, good for you. So do you have a sense of how much you're gonna pay?
Well, I do know from what I've heard that this town used to be more mercantile, but I'm willing to go above what's the average asking price. Not as a sense of pity, but as a sense of goodwill that I mean to not be ill-harmed if I plan on using this as a resting place.
The Doomcaller warned us about those who have sweet talk and talk all nice and sound like they're trying to be too good for this world. Do you think you're better than me?
I don't think anyone is worse or better than me. Everyone has their own will and destiny. And as long as you're following what your story is, whether you're with or against me, I'm fine with that. Just like the Doomcaller, I'm fine with the actions.
Wow. And if you're fine with it, I'm gonna charge you 20 pieces a night.
Yeah, I'll give you 20 gold. That's fine. You have a place, and I know I'm asking, so I'm at the mercy of your value of your.
And roll insight.
That man meant 20 silver. Oh boy. Just said
When
200%.
you said 20 gold, you just hear the gulp on him as he was, and you realize that he was probably talking about 20 silver, 20 bronze, and 20 gold is quite high. He says, all right, I'll show you a room. And he grabs very fast the 20 gold, you put it on the counter. And you just made him very, very rich for the standards of this town. And he just guides you outside. And Bunny Markle, as you're walking outside, you see both of them passing. And he comes to them. He comes to a door outside, and he unlocks it with a key, and he says, "Well, it's not much to see, so it's good you're keeping your eyes closed." And as he says that, you enter the room, and there are 4 bedrolls on the ground. An empty bottle of wine, some empty barrels on the corner, a little candle, and some pelts on the ground that I guess serve as a mat of some sort.
And I'll say, thank you, Halflingo. Your hospitality, despite the social circumstances, has been a breath of fresh air.
You have a good night. And he closes the door and heads back to his Ixtihu Lumpa. As you stay there and you just saw Kiritos heading to the inn, and Grusk told you that he's closing the shop soon. What would you like to do?
Ixiol is going to do exactly what he said, which is he's gonna just fly up on top of the inn, lay out his bedroll, and sleep on top of the roof,
Excellent.
rent free.
Very good. Very good. So Ixi, and you are is sleeping on top of the roof of the same building as Kiritos went inside?
Either that one or the tavern that we were already in. I'm not real picky about which.
Very well.
But yeah, whichever one works best narratively.
Either way is fine. Let me just I'll put you 20 feet up in the air. Not
Yeah,
in the air,
I
but
guess whichever
on the
one
roof.
has the most comfortable roof to sleep on.
Very well. And you land on top of the roof of where Kiritos is. And Lumpa, what are you doing?
I'll just go inside the inn and be straight to the point because I'm tired.
Very well.
And I'll say, how much for the best room you have?
And the inn is across the street. As you head there, he says, "Well, I just have one, and it's shared, and it's gonna be." And you see him look to the sides as he's thinking, "For you folks, it's gonna be 30 pieces."
I said the best room.
There is only one room, and it's shared, and it's 30 pieces.
And it's shared with whom?
With your lot.
Oh, I see. Okay. So wait. So who's there?
The other shiny one.
Oh, I see. So he's not paid for already? You want more?
He paid
For
for
the same room?
himself.
Oh, I see. Good business you have.
Yeah. Yeah. Good business.
I don't like the guy. I'm just gonna get out.
Well, you can clearly see that he doesn't like you. Do you pay or not?
No, not at all.
Very well.
So I will.
You have the impression that he's just brainwashed against you.
Yeah.
The folks here think you are the four horsemen of the apocalypse. That's what the Doomcaller was selling. He was saying that you are the beginning of the end. So they just believe in that, and they believe in their, I guess, leader, if you can call him, and that's why they all have this very strong feeling. But he's still a merchant, so if you pay it, he's just gonna give you your room.
Okay. I have. I have this Leomund's tiny hut.
Yeah.
So, can I ask him, is it okay if I pay you the same and I put a little hut in here for myself?
The hut is invisible, and you can cast. You can cast anywhere, and no one can get in. It's a spell. It's quite powerful one. quite useful one. So you
Okay, I
don't
guess
really
I'll
need to
just-
pay. You don't need to pay him. You can just cast outside, and no one's gonna come to bother you.
Okay, I'll just toss him 30 gold as well, and say, "Here, you seem like you need it."
And he grabs that 30 gold and he puts inside his bag, and he comes outside and he says, and he points to the door, that door over there, and he says, "Yeah, you can go inside. Your other shiny friend is there."
Yeah, okay. So what I want to do is do the hut in the bushes, or
The bushes here
where
outside.
can I do that?
Sure.
Or maybe no, on top of the, can I do it on top of the what's it called, fountain, water fountain?
You need to do on a solid ground. That's the only. You just need a.
Okay. Then that's fine. Just out of the way of people, basically.
Okay, so where do you want to put it?
Yeah, there's just a bit more towards the walls of that building, just
Like
so that it's
this?
not in the way. Yeah, perfect. And I would also want to do, but wait, sorry. So I'd want to do, I guess, to join, to go inside a room and do simulacrum, wishcast simulacrum, and then once I'm done with that, I'll go in that hut.
Why do you
and
want to
kind of-
wish cast simulacrum? You can just cast
I don't
simulacrum.
think I have simulacrum, do I?
Ah, you don't have simulacrum prepared? Yes, you do. You do have simulacrum prepared.
Okay. It's just not
And
coming up
so
on my
Lehman's
thing here.
tiny hut. It's a 10-foot emanation that springs into existence, and when you create, you can designate creatures that can go inside. This inside your hut. The hut is invisible, and the creatures can move through it freely. The creatures you designate. So who do you want?
Yeah, so I'll designate everyone in our party. But I'll first do the simulacrum before I do that, because I think this one
Simulacrum will
lasts
take
for
12 hours
8
to
hours.
cast, unless you wish cast
Yeah.
it.
And then then I wish cast it. That's fine, because then I still want to take a long rest, so I can do that in the hut, and then I'll let
Yeah.
everyone know, hey, I put the hut here. It's invisible, but you guys can come in if you want some safety.
Very well. And so you're gonna cast simulacrum outside or inside the hut?
Not in. So if I wait, so the hut lasts for 8 hours,
Yes.
and with wishcast simulacrum, it's instant.
Yeah. Well, wish is instant, so whatever you do with wish is
Okay.
gonna be instant.
Okay, then I can do it inside the hut.
Very well. And what is the name of your simulacrum, Lumpa?
That it's something that will stay a mystery until the next time. I'll think about it. It's
Very
too
well.
late at night for me to come up with a name now.
Very well. So let's put some question marks there.
Yes, please.
Very well. As you cast simulacrum inside, well, the simulacrum doesn't have your little curse on it. So as you pass in front, so Marco, let me describe what you see before we conclude this session. As you were walking around, as you were walking around up the street, the first thing you notice is as the door of the room where Kiritos was was opened by the innkeeper and then closed. What you see inside is a sort of a room that was likely, the original purpose was likely to be some sort of shop, but it's been abandoned. Is no longer determinable what the hell that is. There are 4 bedrolls that are spread out on the floor, and that's about everything. And there's Kiritos there, doing some sort of pose to, as if he's meditating. Then to your left, as you're passing through the windows and you can see inside, you see the front area of what seems to be a former shop that is now largely abandoned. There are empty racks and a lone counter. There are all that remain of the former Furrier's establishment. A door leads to a back room, but the door is closed, so you can't really see. And there is one person inside. When you move around and you start to go up the street, you can see better the person that is inside the shop. You continue to walk around as you're just, peeping into the windows and being a peeping money Markle until you reach one of these windows far to the north east of town. And as you look inside, you see hacked and bloody bodies that are piled in front of a cooking hearth. There are butchering tools that hang on the wall over a low cabinet. And you also see a reinforced and barred door that exit the building to the west. It seems, Money Marco, as you look at the window, you're starting to realize, well, perhaps that's what's causing people to disappear.
Marco's going to do 2 things. One, he's been taking notes this whole time, so he's got a little, I don't know, he has a notebook or just a piece of paper, whatever, but he's taking notes about everything that he finds. So he's going to put a note down for this. And he's also going to make a mark in front of the door and in front of the window so that if somebody disturbs the scene, the mark will be disturbed and he'll know if someone's gone to mess with things. And he'll do that. And he'll make a note of him doing this. And then he's just going to keep going. And he's going to go through the whole town and he's going to note down everything he finds. And then he's going to come back to rally the troops and start kicking doors down. So first he's going to figure out everything he can figure out. He's not going to go in guns blazing because if he kicks the door down and there's a Tarrasque in there, well, he's going to get beat up. So what he's going to do is he's going to get all the information he can. And he's going to investigate as thoroughly as he can because he's a professional.
Very well.
First, he must be cold before he can go hot.
Very well. As you continue to walk and you see the bar, you pass through the bar door, you see the inside of that room. As you head forward, let me describe what you see in that room. In that room, you see this man standing in the middle of the room, and he seems to be quite busy. There is a symbol that is crudely painted on the southern wall above a low dais and podium in this room. It seems to be a sort of improvised chapel. There are offerings that are piled around the podium, and there are 2 doors exiting the small chapel. Most importantly, this man seems to be quite busy preparing what seems to be soup for the needy. And he's chopping things to put on the cauldron that was boiling on the other room. And as you start to put two and two together, you realize that the meat in the soup that is being served to the needy is likely coming out of those bodies you just saw.
He's going to make a sketch of the man. And then and he's going to note his observations, and he's going to note down that it's probably feeding them people. And then he will continue on his investigation.
And roll is stealth to see if you're noticed or not. And the number to beat is 18.
Then I'm going to use inspiration to do this again.
Very well.
That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. Oh, look, I got an 18.
Very well. Somehow you've managed to observe what that man was doing and pass through the window without him realizing that you had noticed, and take notes of him and made a little sketch of him while he was busy cooking.
Man, Marco has done this a lot. You may not think it, but he's actually good at this. It's just that usually his skills with the blade are more important than his skills at inquisitioning.
And Marco, as you continue to walk around and looking through the shops and inside the houses, there is nothing more unusual than what you have seen taking place. All the other houses seem to be abandoned shops or dying shops or buildings that were perhaps nice places for you to visit in a different time, but now seem more abandoned and close to decaying and falling apart. And it seems that your discovery of what that man was doing to the bodies is in making soup that looks like the same cauldrons you saw them picking up soup and serving to the needy in the square earlier on, when the sunlight was still making the town somewhat visible. It seems that what they...
Then Marco,
yeah, go ahead,
is going to head to the bar to speak to the barkeeper who was on the fence, who was sort of on our side, but not completely. He's going to wake this man up in the middle of the night. He's going to go and have a conversation with him.
So the barkeeper is closed the shop, and he's not in the shop anymore, as he had announced he was going to close the shop at nighttime. You don't see anyone in the street during the night. Even your buddies are now either meditating or they went to sleep. They retired to take
Before
a
I
rest.
sleep, though, Legend, I
Yeah?
did want to at least use my crystal ball before I
Very
meditate
well.
/ sleep.
Very well.
I am terrified and curious.
Very well. So, your crystal ball has been divinely infused by Chronepsis to see possibilities of futures up to 1 week ahead. I assume you're using one of its charges, right?
It recharges once a day.
All right. So, as you look into the crystal ball, you see, well, you look and you see this this image of the sky buckling. You see clouds churning as some titanic hand just kneads them into a vortex. The daylight starts to bleed into this violet dusk. You see, as you are looking at that, you feel like a weight is just pressing down on your chest, as if the heavens themselves were starting to sink. Then you see something massive, a stain upon the firmament, spreading, seeding, written, and it starts to pour downward like tar. Its color shifting between abyssal purple, sickly blue, and void black. The shape blossoms into something vast, alive, a gelatinous horror dragging itself from the storm. The skull's silhouette flickers in its rolling mass, screaming silently as it spreads its pseudopods across rooftops and cobblestones. The air smells of acid and you can see the earth groans beneath its touch. Every window rattles, every bird drops dead from the sky. You have no idea what this creature is, but the only impression that comes to mind is that this is something that can cause a whole city to be annihilated. This is annihilation manifested. And on that note, we will conclude this session here. Kratos?
Yes, it's slime but deadly.
Oh, yes. Kratos, you had something to say?
The last thing is, where do I see ourselves anywhere in this?
No. You just see this vision, sort of vision in the. That's what the crystal ball shows you.
Oh, I'm sweating bullets as I meditate.
And on that note, we'll conclude this session here. Thank you all for watching. It's a pleasure having you all here, and for those who watch after, it's a pleasure having you watching our campaign. And if you haven't already and you like the content, please subscribe to our channel. And on that note, we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully with less technical issues. Have a good one, everybody. And